Let's be real. Dating today can be a mess, but it doesn't have to be. What if you had the right questions to skip the games and build authentic connections instead of wasting time with the wrong people? And today I'm with my friend Sai here, who, if you ask me, looks a little bit too young to be talking about dating or love, but we're going to get into that. But first, we're going to toast
Okay.
to a great show. Oh, that is sweet as
It's not
shit.
that bad.
She likes sweet wines. Y'all know I don't like sweet, so we're doing a Riesling today, which isn't the worst. It's definitely not like a Red Electra, which
Yeah.
y'all know I despise Red Electra.
I don't like it either.
But it ain't too bad. It's sweet.
It's
like
good.
if you wanted to,
It's good.
I can do it. So that's what they're gonna ask me. We're like, Adam, you talking to this young girl? What she know about love? How old are you? I should ID you. Actually, I'm asking this question. You look like you might be too young to be drinking.
I'm about to be 27.
Okay.
Got a lot of experience, 2 kids, so I think I know a lot about dating.
Okay. I'm with it. Like, with all the social media rhetoric that's going on and all these viral videos, what do you rate the dating pool right now? 1 through 10. 10 being the worst. No.
10 being the best.
Yeah,
1
10 being the
worst.
best. Yeah, we're going to do 10 being the best.
I would say, as far as like social media goes.
Your personal experience.
In my personal experience.
Yeah, I do personal experiences on here.
Okay,
'Cause
well.
I think social media be perpetuating some stuff.
My personal experience, I would give it a 5 out of 10 because it's not bad, but it's bad for my liking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it a 5 because you experienced some of the social media stuff that's been going on? Like, has a guy ever been like, you gotta pay for my haircut if you want to go out with me tonight? Or like, it'd be some crazy stories and they be going viral and people be on, y'all need to stop eating that stuff up. Stop sharing it. It's not fucking real.
It's not.
No guy is like, oh, you gotta pay. Nobody, no guy ever said that. Like, they be like, oh, this is why these guys these days, y'all, I want to call them dumb, but I hate how gullible people are these days. But have you experienced, like, is it a 5 because you've experienced anything crazy?
Yes, I've experienced things crazy, things weird. I would say I rated a 5 because I'm a lover girl, and a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there you. Okay. So when you're a lover person, like I will say I will agree it's a lot harder at her force, which go segue me into our first question. We go through like little icebreakers first, and then we go into some deeper, more meaningful questions. Then we're gonna end it with some little fun, little spitfire questions, right? So, what's the most funniest or most awkward date you've been on?
The only one that's like coming to my mind instantly is I'm short. So the guy who I met, we've like FaceTime and stuff, but I've never like seen him in person or a full body picture. So when he picked me up, it wasn't even I was looking directly at him. It was like my head was tilted a little bit. I'm short.
She's like, what, 4'11"?
We're gonna say 5'1". Okay.
Too short, y'all.
I'm very short, probably 5 feet.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm not one of those girls who can't date somebody who's short, but you're shorter than me and I'm short.
Right.
So I still finished the date off, but in my head I'm like, this is probably never gonna work. He was really cool, but it was me looking down at him.
Did you have heels on?
No. Sandals.
So, was that, first of all, how did you not see full body picture? Did you just not have none? Because me personally, when I date somebody, especially if I met them on social media or if we met in real life, I'm going to ask you for social media because I need to do my investigation.
Right.
How did that get by you?
Media. He looks taller on camera. That's how. So when I met him in person, it was like, oh.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
No picture standing by anybody either, so yeah.
So no reference points. No, not him next to a car.
Not
like,
even
okay, I know
like
cars about
bit.
this, yeah, how on me. That's how I be doing things. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm looking at the girl, like, I'm like, she might be tall. Let me look. Nah, that door, the handle's about right there. Okay, nah, she about
Yeah.
5'4".
No reference
That's how
for
it be.
me. I guess I should ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead. Let me sit.
What's your idea of a perfect casual date?
Ooh. Okay, I have an actual real life example.
Okay.
Um, I remember this one girl. She was beautiful. We was on social media and I seen that she was riding around. She had a Jeep. So I'm right there. On y'all know me. I be playfully talking shit. Man, why don't you come swoop me up? Like I want to let the wind blow in my beard. Like she laughed and right there. Like, all right, where you at? Like at the studio. She came pick me up. This was 4 o'clock, something like that. It was early, and I'm telling you, it was the best, spontaneous outing ever. Like we went. I think when we went to get some, I think I had some liquor. We drank that, went to the liquor store, got some more liquor. She was a speech language pathologist.
Oh, okay.
I think that's right, SLP. So like I was just asking her questions about that, and she was like lit up, like, oh, no one ever asked me, about what I do, da 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 da. And she was like, the last guy, when I told him I was a speech language pathologist, she was like, oh, he was like, how many languages do you speak? I'm like, I'm not the smartest crown in the
Right.
yeah, but that's not. I know that's not what SLP is. So I'm like, she was telling me, she was trying to explain to me how they teach people how to swallow, and I was right there. I was so intrigued. I'm right there, like, how the heck do you teach someone how to swallow? How do you be like, okay, you know your tongue, you take the back of it, you put it up, like. So I was just so intrigued. So we literally talked. We went to the banks, and it so happened at the banks on the Kentucky side they had like a festival of some sort. So we went there, like, and then we were just the whole night just talking. Then we went to Newport on the left, Newport Ultra Lounge actually.
Oh, okay.
She was like, I don't want to go there. Look how I look. I'm right there like, look, I know everybody there. We're gonna just be on the outside. You hungry, right? And it was the only place open. It was 11 o'clock at night. We went out. We went there. We sat on the outside. We got the wings. We just had a great time. So for me, my ideal date is just two people, organic. Like she wasn't dressed up to go on no date. She had like the yoga pants on. Like I wasn't. I think I was dressed a little bit because I think I was doing some content here or something. But like it was just us being us, not no facades. We weren't trying to impress each other. Like that's what I love. Like that's my ideal type
Those
of
are always
little
the best.
date. Or yeah, the best. All right. Question for you: what's one food you absolutely cannot eat on a date?
To be honest, I eat anything. Honestly, besides beans, I hate beans. So it'd be something.
Okay.
It'd be something like that. But other than that, I'm not.
Like
one
so,
of
you
those girls
smash a
who-
fat burger, you gonna
I'm
care if it
talking
get on
to
your
you with sauce on
face?
me.
Okay.
Cause yeah, dudes don't even like a girl trying to be all cute anyway. So
Trying to cut a burger up.
yeah,
You
no, you about to see me eat.
smash.
Yes. If you could relive any date, what would it be?
If I could relive any date, I would say that one, but I knew the conclusion of that, which was she ended up moving to Florida on me. I was sorry. I was heartbroken. Right there, like, you moving? I thought you were my person.
I was like, take me with you.
Yeah. If I can relive any other date though, so the dates I go on, we don't actually call it a date because y'all know me, like how I call them outings, but like actual dates, I'm such a thorough, you know me, I'm a thorough planner, even when it comes to photos and stuff like that. So I thoroughly plan out dates. So it's like I'd have a date that went off hinge. I was like, oh, if I could just redo that again, I wouldn't do this.
So let's switch it to outings then. What is that outing you would relive?
The same thing with outings. Like they flow because outings are like normally me just getting to know somebody. No, I can't say I haven't missed.
Okay.
I haven't missed yet with an outing.
That's
All
fine.
right. I got another one for you. This kind of little fun, little little fun question, y'all. Then it's important to ask like fun questions as well. Like everything doesn't have to be so serious, but if you could have a superpower for dating, what would it be? Like if
Definitely
you had
reading
some,
minds.
I was gonna go there too. Okay, I was gonna say the same thing.
No doubt about it. Reading minds, because I need to know people's
That's a
intentions
good
with
one
me.
too.
Because as being an attractive person, I feel like in my dating experience, everybody just be like, oh, you're so pretty. So I feel like it just be superficial. Is that what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
I'm more of an intimate, deep type of person. So I want you to get to know me in my mind and stimulate my mind before you stimulate anything else.
Right.
Because I don't want to just be pretty to somebody. You feel me?
That
Or
part.
just like eye candy for you.
Yeah.
Like we gotta compliment each other and make each other look good, but also with our minds. Because if we don't get along mentally, this
That's good.
this gonna annoy you. So yeah.
I like.
Okay. What would be your go-to guilty pleasure food after a bad date or bad outing? No ice cream.
I'm a milk and cookies, bowl of cereal, like 3 bowls of cereal type person. Yeah, I get like 3 at least.
I don't even know when the last time I had cereal.
Cereal be hitting late night. Hitting. What's your go-to song to get in the mood for a date?
Oh,
Or genre?
R&B. I'm an R&B girly.
Okay.
All the way around. So
New R&B or old?
old.
80s or 90s?
Both. It depends. Like if I'm trying to be like sexy, I might go with like Keith Sweat type of vibe.
Okay.
But if I need
27, y'all. What she know about? What she know about that, y'all?
I'm
27.
really 45. We're not gonna go there. Though. Cause somebody, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be old school. Cause that's the only music that make me feel good. So definitely R&B's. But if it's like I need a pep talk for this day, maybe Lotto.
Okay. So now I'm gonna segue into what would make you need a pep talk for a date?
Trying something new as far as like a person that I normally wouldn't go for. And what I mean by that,
I'm about to say that's where I was going. Like, what is this, a white boy? Like what we talking about here?
What I mean by that is like somebody who's like, very nice. Like when we have conversations.
You don't like nice guys?
I'm not saying I don't like nice guys. It's just, some people are very straightforward with what they want and some people are not and beat around the bush. I'm used to people who are not intentional. So if I meet a man who's intentional, that kind of be like, whoa, am I ready for this?
Shit. Okay,
yeah.
There we go. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
A little nervous.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
For me not to like this wine, y'all know I drink like a fish though, especially when it comes to wine.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not a drinker anymore.
Well, I'm resorting to like just wine. I'm trying to cut out hard
The
liquors.
liquor.
Yeah. So now I just do a whole bottle of wine.
Later.
All right, go ahead. Hit me with something good.
I guess from like a man's point of view, for like somebody who already has their life figured out, what would be your ideal girl, or what would you like her to?
Who has their life figured out?
Huh?
Who has their life figured
Not
out?
your life figured out, but let's go back to when you asked the question about the dating pool. There's a lot of men out here are grown boys.
For sure.
Don't have like their own. They don't know what they want to do in life. They may have a car, but they don't have their own place, which is nothing against that because the economy is bad. But you got to have something going on. You got to have some type of work ethic. So with you having that, what type of female would you like want by your side?
Oh, I mean, are we already is that in the deep?
That's deep.
Is that in the deep? I think I'm old fashioned when it comes to that. I just the typical what I want someone who is on her stuff, has her stuff together. I'm not doing no more damsels in distresses. I done dealt with them a lot throughout my life. I had to cut them off. Someone who has some drive to them, some motivation to them. They don't have to be a model or like want to be an entrepreneur. They can just be a phlebotomist, but they want to work their way up the chain or whatever. Like, they have to be that baby that sits down and listen. Like, I can't do no more hard headed. I've been through that a lot. Like, what else? They have to be, and be a lover girl as well. Cause I love me a lover girl. Cause I'm a lover boy. So we just be lovers together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so just a cliche, just nice, wholesome. I don't want no baddie. I just realized that, like, I want to say a couple weeks ago, I'm right there like, it's just no offense to the baddies out there.
Baddies? I wouldn't consider myself one, but
it's just like, granted, I am about to be 40 this year. Clap for that. So it's like me, I'm in that range, 30 up ish. I go lower if she was, raised right and da da da. But like in them 30s, in the range, like, why are we still taking pictures, showing your hair in the mirror, like, got my hair done, but your ass in the picture too? Like, why are we still taking pictures where you like this and it's just like, yo, it's just your ass is purposely towards the camera, like purposely towards the camera. If you got a big old booty, it's gonna be there. But like, you're trying to show your ass, like you're just trying to be a baddie, like at that point. So like, that's, to me, again, like my grown age, is like, I'm like tired of seeing it.
I'm tired of seeing it too. So,
so yeah, so they gotta, that's what I
carried herself great.
Yeah, okay. Carried herself well. Yeah. I just said not be a baddie, but okay, you cleaned that up for me. All right. All right, let's go a little bit deeper now.
Okay.
So again, like, these are some of the questions out of my book. This has over 600 questions in there for you and your partner, or you and somebody who you're just casually dating. You can ask, or if y'all been married, you can find out a lot more about your partner with these questions. And it's very important, because connection through all the chaos. The only way to connect is to ask questions, to dive deep, to have that exchange. So with that being said, what's something you've learned about yourself during dating? And I'm gonna have a follow up to that too.
Okay, it's perfectly fine. I'm in therapy, so.
Too.
What I've learned about myself is, sometimes, like, if I have like anything going on in my mind, I can't just like set it off. So I gotta ask right then in the moment. And I've gradually learned that sometimes it's not the right place or the right time to say it, and especially if it's like something that is needed gonna be talked through, you gotta give that other person space on how to deal with how they want to react, but also trying to put it in perspective of not hurting my feelings, because I'm very, with me having a big heart, I am emotional.
Right.
So I learned how to not take everything to offense, especially if it's correcting me, and I voice that I want to be corrected if I'm wrong. So I gotta shut up sometimes.
Okay, that sits down and listen.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay. The follow up question with that is, let's say your last breakup. Just specifically from that situation, what is something that you've taken away from that you could have done better? Not better and like kept it going on, but like something that you could have done that not enabled it, or something that you could have done to avoid it altogether, or like just something you could have done differently in that specific situation.
Definitely setting boundaries with myself.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like with a person that I love, I just had this conversation too. I don't have boundaries. Like, I'm big on like respect, and the way I like hold myself, I have like a certain image I want to maintain, not like in front of like cameras or anything, but just overall, like I want somebody to be like, oh, she's like a sweet, kind girl and she holds herself well. So if I'm dealing with somebody, you gotta respect me regardless if you're upset, frustrated, if I did something to offend you.
Right.
Like, we're adults, we could talk through our emotions. I understand like how you feel, and I'm not gonna like, be like, oh, you can't feel that way, because you're human, you have every right to feel that way, but let's find a middle ground.
Yeah.
Because if you're attacking me and I feel attacked, then that's where we're gonna go
Yeah, you're gonna be
at
attacking each
it.
other.
So we have to set boundaries of what how, like, the tone of voice,
Yeah.
what words, all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's toast to setting new boundaries in 2025
Yeah.
then.
What's something that you need to feel safe in a relationship?
Safe. When we think safety for a man, see, that's deep.
Yeah, because men don't, I'm not going to say man, but majority of the male species don't like to be vulnerable. That's
So
my next
feel
question.
safe. So one, of course, a woman can't protect us in a sense. So when I think about that question, again, definitions and perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
Number one thing when y'all asking questions, y'all gotta think perspective. So I'm gonna explain my perspective out loud. Like, when I think of safety, I don't think of like how can a girl protect me. I have to think about safety as like protecting my heart, protecting my emotions, protecting my money, protecting da 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 from a woman or whatever the case may be. So in that sense, how do I feel safe? How do I make my feel? What was the question?
How do you feel safe, or what makes you feel safe in a relationship?
um, Definitely, I will say setting boundaries early. That's one thing that I do. Communicate and set boundaries. Set the boundaries and communicate those boundaries so that they're understood.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's about protecting my heart, like, hey, I'm a lover boy. Like, if you feel like this isn't working out, tell me sooner than later. Don't be out here trying to cheat on me or make me feel stupid or da da da. Um, I communicate as far as like money and dates, like, hey, I am my love language is how I receive love is XYZ, how I show love is XYZ. Like, I accept reciprocation back and forth. Like, so if I'm out here just spending, and you just accepting, receiving, and it's not reciprocated, that's not
Right.
gonna work for me. So when I think of safety, those are the factors that I
Okay.
think about.
Do you think being vulnerable in a relationship is like required?
Absolutely. It's like, again, I this book is about communication because I wholeheartedly, without a doubt, can prove 1000%, no matter how you cut it, that communication is the biggest and most solid foundation to any relationship you will ever have.
Mm-hmm.
Whether, like, you think about relationships, like, people are like, no, sex is more important, money is more important. How do y'all talk about the sex?
Right.
How do y'all talk about the money? Yeah, it has to be talked about. Then you have to, your communication has to be solid, so when it is time to bring up sex, when it is time to bring up money, you're doing it in a way that's not attacking them, so they're not feeling attacked. Then you have to feel like, okay, he's just bringing it up as, she's just bringing it up as this. They're not attacking me. You know what I mean? Like, so communication has to be solid as a rock. So for me, vulnerability, when I hear that word, I don't even hear tears and that. Most people will be like, oh, vulnerable means you're crying, da da da. No, vulnerability is just you expressing yourself, you explaining yourself, your needs, your wants, desires, XYZ. Like, it's just you opening up. You're not having this wall up where you're trying to build a wall where a motherfucker got to try to look around it to figure out who you are, what you need, what you want, da da da. So being vulnerable is like breaking all that down. Like, this is me. That's what, when I hear vulnerability, I hear this is me. So like, I come out the gate with that. Like, this is me. I like to communicate. I expect you to communicate. But this is how I like to communicate. And as we're working through it, like, I can help you communicate better if you didn't. Like, I'm huge on communication. Yeah. So since we're deep like that, okay. Okay. Since we're on vulnerability and safety, how do you balance vulnerability and protecting yourself in dating? Because sometimes you can think you're protecting yourself by not being vulnerable, and it's definitely a little give and take there. So
Me, I am kind of like an open book. Regardless if I communicate that via words, if you are into me, you'll know by my body language. So, I'm very protective over my feelings, but I will never put a wall up because
Okay.
I want you to understand where I'm coming from. And if you don't understand where I'm coming from, or like putting yourself in my shoes, that's big to me because I'm always put myself in somebody's shoes, especially if like you do something to me. I'm not gonna be offended that you did it. I'm trying to see what made you did it, as
Right,
far as
right,
like what you've been through for you to do that to somebody like me,
right.
if that makes sense. So there's no walls.
Okay.
That's why boundaries are needed.
That's nice. I mean, I drink. I don't know what it is about wine. I just got to drink it like a fish.
You're good. Um, you said how she was talking about masculine and feminine roles. Other than like a man being a provider and a female being a nurturer, do you like have double standards on those in a relationship, or like do you feel like everything should be equal because this is somebody that you are pursuing or that you feel like you will be your life partner with?
When it comes to household, I am very traditional.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it open. I would say traditional, I guess.
What's traditional?
So, like how household should be. One, I'm big on do what works best for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, if I'm making a lot of money, my girlfriend doesn't have to pay the bills. Or I might have to pay like, okay, well you pay like one of my last relationships, like pay half of the gas and electric, pay the cable bill, and buy the groceries. Groceries now alone is about $500. Granted, she was like one who like real particular about her foods, want to read the back of the
Oh
ingredients.
yeah,
Like,
so
yeah, baby, go ahead and handle that.
she needs
And I
to.
paid mortgage and all the other major bills and stuff like that. So
Okay.
that's what I mean by like traditional. Like I'm never gonna expect my girlfriend to take the trash out. I am gonna expect my girlfriend to cook
Mm, that's valid.
and clean the kitchen and clean. But I'm not gonna be right there like, oh, it's Sunday and or a Saturday and I'm laying in bed while my girl clean. Like I'm gonna get up and help her clean. Like so, there's like certain things like I'm not about to be like, oh, I'm a man, I don't do that. Like I will
Mm.
do the dishes. I love cooking, so I'm gonna cook. Like I'm not gonna just only let her cook. So, that's what I mean by traditional. Like just, I definitely think there's roles. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna sit up here and women be like, oh, we want equality, and then they're like, okay, well, take the trash out.
Mm-mm.
No. Matter of fact, take the trash to the curb through the snow and set it out there. Like, no, we don't want equality there.
Yeah.
Like, we just want it in money.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, come do this construction job. No, we don't, you know what I mean? Like, so people with that equality, no, I believe there's roles. Like,
Mhm.
men are going to do the infrastructure jobs, women are going to do the nursing and caretaking jobs. Like, that's what I mean by traditional.
Okay.
How y'all do it is how y'all do it. Now, granted, there's been times where I had with somebody and I wasn't making no money or was making a little bit of money. We had to go 50-50. I believe in when you with somebody who you really like and who really likes you, y'all don't be having these. Y'all do whatever works best for y'all.
Literally.
In that situation.
Yeah.
You feel that same way?
Yeah. Because I'd rather have 50-50 than me paying for everything by myself anyway. I have
Okay.
no complaints.
So let's cheers to that.
Yeah. To no 50-50.
All right, fire round. Here we go. Now, this is quick round, quick questions.
Okay.
First thoughts come to your mind, right? Well, first answer. Road trip or a staycation?
Road trip.
Okay.
Beach sunset or mountain sunrise?
Beach sunset.
Okay.
I gotta go there. A comedy show or a concert?
Comedy.
Okay.
Fancy restaurant or food truck?
I'm gonna say fancy restaurant just because food trucks. I'm a germaphobe, so I'll be thinking to people they don't got the same
Best
kind of.
food.
It's the germs for me. Like I was telling my friends, I'm like, I've never ate off one of the food carts that be downtown, like the little carts that be downtown by like the
Yeah, I know what
courthouse
you're
and
talking
stuff.
about.
Germs. I just think germs. So for you, fancy dinner or picnic in the park?
Picnic in the
I
park.
knew you gonna say it, you fucking love it too.
Netflix binge or outdoor adventure?
That's a hard one, but I'm gonna say Netflix binge.
Okay.
Dancing in the kitchen or outside stargazing.
Dancing in the kitchen.
Okay.
Little R&B vibes. Would you get a girl roses or wildflowers?
I like wildflowers 'cause they like Like I'm a great flower picker.
Okay.
Like they be looking good. That's crazy. That's your question because my next one is flowers or chocolates, and I gotta rephrase that. Chocolate flowers or double layered chocolate cake.
Double layered chocolate cake. Okay.
Okay. And there y'all have it. You know, when it comes to connection, it's all about just sitting there having a casual conversation. Whether it's somebody who you just met yesterday, somebody you've been with for the last 16 years, or someone who you're thinking about being intimate with, it's really about just questions. Getting to know them, getting to know what makes them tick, getting their perspectives, respecting their perspectives, and just being your true authentic self. Thank you for being on my show.
Of course. All right.
That was good.